Good evening and welcome to another episode of Joy Reef Daily News. My name is Michelle and let's dive into today's headlines. Even though the EU alloy surcharges for stainless steel have become obsolete, they still attract a certain amount of attention. After the alloy surcharges for grade 304 and 304L has already risen by around 3.5% in March, they increased by a further 4.8% in April. This was due to the stabilizing nickel prices, which has been at more than 17,000 USD per month. At the same time, the revitalizing stainless steel demand side is meeting a further tightening of supply on the part of EU stainless steel producers. The Purchasing Manager Index in the Eurozone, an important leading indicator for many, posted gain the third month in March. Deutsche Bank analysts see this is a sign of further medium-term economic stabilization. At 49.9 points, the overall indicator index fell just short of the expansion zone of 50 points. But the hope remains that the spring that has begun in the economy will continue. Base metal prices mostly fell last Friday and were on track for a quickly decline as a stronger dollar made greenback price metal more expensive to the holders of other currency. 3 months coppers on the LME declined to 8,869 per metric ton, around 540 GMT, while the most traded May copper contract on the Shanghai Future Exchange fell to 72,720 yuan per ton. The global nickel market has a surplus of 13,400 metric tons in January, and down from a surplus of 23,100 metric tons a year earlier. It was also down sharply from a surplus of 28,900 metric tons in December 2023, and in 2023 the nickel market surplus widened to 238,000 metric tons from 103,000 metric tons in 2022, the data show. High carbon ferrochrome occupies in a pivotal position in the international market. The world cannot live without stainless steel, and the production of high-quality stainless steel cannot be separated from high carbon ferrochrome. Both the operating rates and output of high carbon ferrochromes increased in March. Some factories has been suspended in the early stage, restarted production. The overall output increased this month. However, as iron prices continue to fall before the first 10 days of the year, the resumption of production of individual factories continue to be postponed. Therefore, although the production capacity of high carbon ferrochrome factory has increased, it is still at a low level. The recent ex-factory price of high carbon ferrochrome is between 8,950 and 9,050 yuan. The price of high carbon ferrochrome continued to increase from 100 yuan per 50 basis ton. The spot price of chrome or pork in South Africa took the lead in rising by 2 yuan per ton, further consolidating the increase in iron prices. French Finance Minister Bruno Le Maire on Thursday set an end-of-month deadline for the Caledonia to back a state bailout deal for the French territorial nickel industry. Rolling out an improved offer, the French government has been holding talks to salvage the South Pacific territorial loss-making nickel industry, and has drawn up a deal to continue providing support. Since November, steel scrap prices in Europe were on an upward trajectory. More pronounced in some months than in others. But this came to a halt in March as prices thumped again for the first time in months. According to traders, steel mills took advantage of the current weak import situation on implement price cuts to between €10 to €30 per ton, depending on the scrap grade and timing of the deal. Whether there will be further price reductions in April will depend largely on when Turkish buyers become more active on the market again. Steel producers in Turkey have had subdued demand recently. The market participants say this may be partly due to the softening of international sales market. For reinforcement steel, the rebars or the recent start of Ramadan may also be a factor. On the domestic German market, scrap demand varied significantly from mill to mill in March. While some producers, especially in integrated mills and less niche for scrap, there was surprisingly good demand from several electric arc furnace steel plants. That's all from us tonight. Thank you for watching. We will continue to provide you with the latest updates and insights.